Hello ladies, welcome to Steve's bedroom. Just kidding. But you know y'all want it, right sweet baby cheeks? Just kidding. One quick thing before I hand job you over to Steve. Steve has changed his YouTube name to Angel Radio, and his other YouTube name is now Angel Radio Music. So please give this big blonde dickhead a thumbs up. Well, go on, what are you waiting for? It only takes a minute, girl. Just like sex. Now, I don't want any of you motherfuckers bitching and moaning in the comments, as Steve is just here to brighten up your day and do his job. If you do, you may as well just hit that big red fuck off button below, and take your skanky ass out and take a seat. Also, please remember to take a look below at Steve's Patreon account for all your extended weekly and monthly tarot readings and teaching videos. And always remember, Steve loves you, baby.
Capricorn, good morning, how are you guys? So just very quickly, where have I been? I've been taking that Saxenda, and it's been really helping with my diet. Hugely has it been helping, but with the side effects that you get with the extreme amount of fatigue, stomach aches, also possible wind, and also feeling sick now and again, I've just kind of been really trying to get through that. Because you go up in doses, I don't know if any of you know about Saxenda, the injection that you have for losing weight, it really does work with that, but man, does it every time you get past your effects that it kind of gives you. Do you go up a dose and then they start again with the fatigue and the sickness, and then as it starts to fade you go up again, and then the side effects come back but doubled, and then you double it and then it comes back. And so I've been all over the place. So I will tell you towards your end, because your weekly is over on the link provided below for Patreon, but we've got a new deck and we're going to look into loads of different messages that you've got coming up here. So any messages for Capricorn, any messages? Careless whisper. So whispering, something to do with someone maybe not talking. No car, repo, car insurance. You could be dealing with a life path 7 or a Cancerian. Okay. No car, repo, car issues. So some of you might have car issues, okay, physically car issues. If not, it's not something to do around a Pisces, maybe. If it isn't to do with your car, it's something to do with a life path 7 or a Cancerian for a lot of you that you could be having problems with here. Okay, but they're definitely saying that car issues. It might be because someone doesn't have a car, like they physically don't have transportation to get anywhere, and your karma energy is based around needing to constantly give this person a lift everywhere you go. Okay, they're always asking to borrow the car, use the car, blah blah blah. Could be Jimmy Car, Jim, Julian, Justin, Jackie, Jasmine, Jack. But someone seems to be very careless, like carelessly driving, very erratically and fast also here maybe. But it might be where something is starting to happen around your actual physical car itself, and that you need to have it looked at. Might be a service or something like that. Okay. Let's see. Any other messages for Capricorn? So you've got same shit, different day. So Colin, day. Anybody getting with CC, Colin. But anyway, same shit, different day. Just in and out the door. Something to do around a Gemini. Careless. Why did I have a feeling that your reading wasn't going to make any fucking sense? Libra, the sense that makes none. Same shit, different day, just doing what I do every single day. It's like it's becoming a little bit monotonous. Okay, Capricorn. So what else you got? Forcer. Force things on you. Face. Hold on a second, Capricorn. Let me just get my glasses. Forcing things on you, force their way in, uses force to get what they want. So you've got someone basically that could threaten you quite a lot. They always force their way into your life instead of just letting you come to terms with things on your life, and they force their way in. It really could be like a Taurus, possible Sagittarian energy that forces their way into your life instead of just letting you kind of talk or something like that. Okay. But forcing my way in. Hurricane, Ken, someone from Scotland maybe. Let's see. Kerry, Ken, Kaylee, Casey. Let's see. Capricorn. So you got stalker. You got unbothered. I really don't care, Steve. I know they keep forcing their way into my life, and to be honest with you, it really doesn't bother me. I'm unbothered. I've got a stalker, so what? Let's have it. So you got someone that's watching you, stalking, watching, and obsessed about you, Capricorn, here, more than likely. They're probably keeping their eye on anything that you do, maybe around social media. But some of you, it's really not bothering you, but you know that you've got this person that actually watches you. Some of you, this forcing energy could be maybe a parent or something like that that forces their way in, and they're constantly keeping their beady eye upon you, and it's just like, oh, I'm sick to fucking death of this person constantly, always, like, when I walk out the door, there they are. When I come back, there they are. Like, they're always wanting to know where I've been, when I'm coming back, blah, blah, blah. And they always keep their beady little eye upon you. I don't mean stalking, I mean physically someone that is around you all the time, that keeps their eye on everything that you do. They're always watching you all the time, okay? That could be like a father or a mother to a person that constantly watches their children, like what they're doing, every mistake that they make, every step that they take. Yeah. So, yeah, it could be a rapper or something like that, maybe. But yeah, I'm constantly watching everything that you do all the time, and it's unfazed, like I'm unfazed by it, okay? Dazed. I'm also hearing Colin, the name Colin, or Dazed, Daisy, Duke, Dan, Danielle, Danny. But it's kind of like this energy where someone could also be like paranoid. Stalking is like paranoid. Like, I'm paranoid that, basically, where are you? Like, well, same shit every day. Where have you been? I don't know, work? Okay, so where did you go after work? I don't know. I was driving, but I broke down. Okay, so you broke down. Where did you go? Like, those sort of questions. Like, okay, when you go out in your car and you go to work, are you talking to someone else? Like, if you went out, but you went out without me, where did you go? Like, when you were travelling and you went to work, where else did you stop off at? And it can be like that. Someone that always wants to know when you go out the door, you go in your car, they want to know what time you're coming back, and like they might be paranoid and they keep their eye on you all the time, wanting to know, okay, where have you been? Like, where have you been all this time? And it could physically just be paranoia. It could just be because someone's constantly, they have trust issues. Stalking energy can have trust issues. I don't believe that you're going where you say that you are, because you're not actually showing me any signs of interest. Like, you're not bothered about me. Are you bothered the fact that I am obsessed about you in a relationship, and that I'm worried that you might be seeing someone else? And like, all those kind of things can actually lead from fear. Let's see, what else have you got? Wolf in sheep's clothing. So there you go. So someone could be two-faced, maybe. Could be something to do around a Gemini or a Cappy. But like, this person isn't the person that you think that they are, or they don't believe that you are, okay? It's like a circular action. Someone that's acting as if they're not bothered, but they are, okay? So it's kind of like, well, I'm unbothered. Okay, well, I'm not really bothered. Okay, well, if you're not bothered and I'm not bothered, then what's the problem? Well, there isn't. Well, there is, but like, well, why do you constantly need to keep an eye on me all the time? Like, if I've been where I say I've been, do you believe me? And they're kind of like, no. They're like, well, obviously there's a problem then. So what is it? What do you not believe me about here? So why does Capricorn have carless? Carless. Why do they have carless? No car. Carless. Capricorn for no car. Well, I don't have a dick, or I seem to have lost my mojo, maybe. Okay, it might be where you're sticking your Harry Potter's wand. It could be. But, like, I don't know, man. Carless with the Ace of Wands. I'm very passionate about my car, and I don't want it misused or mistreated. Okay. But it's also kind of like when you're going out having fun, like when you go out and have fun, where do you go? Do you know, like that? Like, I don't know, bruv, I just went to have a massage or something like that. And you're like, oh, did you? So you enjoy being there more than you actually do here with me. You actually enjoy it here than what you actually do here. And you're kind of like, yeah, this is what I do for fun. Like, I love doing all this sort of stuff for fun. Like, I love going in my car and just drive. I'm a Life Path 7. I love that, me. Just time on my own in a car. I can think. I love it. I'll just drive out on my own, and I'm great if I'm in a car. If I'm stressed, if I'm in a car, I feel brilliant. I can see the world go by and I can travel everywhere that I want and go wherever I want, and it doesn't faze me. I can just shut the outside world out. But there's this energy of this partner maybe wondering where you're going when you're going to have fun. Yeah. Okay. Girls just want to have fun. So what's this same shit different day for Capricorn? Why do they have same shit different day? 6 of Wands, something around a Gemini or a Capricorn. Just same shit different day, doing my thing, baby. Steve, feeling good. Just, it's kind of like working, really. I'm working, doing the same thing every single day. Okay, what's the 6 of Wands for? 6 of Wands is Capricorn, Gemini. So there you go, there's your 6 energies. Don't forget you can watch this as a Gemini and a Cappy, okay, because we deal in numerology and that's how we read. So this is avoiding someone also within the family, same shit, same day. Someone that forces their way into your life, and it's a very toxic situation around the home and the house. And that's just very monotonous, very boring, same shit every day. They keep their eye on me all the time. Every time I'm at home, I go out, they want to know where I'm going, when I'm coming back. And they force their way into knowing what I'm doing when I'm not here. Are you getting attention from someone else, or where is it that you're going when you go out? And it's like, oh, hello, you've been out? Yeah. Where have you been? Out. Yeah, where? Just out. Do I have to tell you where? Yeah. Well, I don't really want to say. So, where have you been? Out. That's normally how parents would keep asking their children constantly where they've been. Your loving relationship shouldn't really be saying that. 7s can have their reality checked all the time. Like, I'm questioning you. 7s will always get questions where they've been. Okay, because they're a 7. Because that's questioning everything about your life. Where have you been? When are you coming back? Like, you know, where do you go when you go? Where, you know, where are you in the relationship? Why do you not really pay much attention to me? All that sort of stuff. You know, when I'm talking to you, you're really not coherent. You're not really here in the relationship. You're just kind of daydreaming off a little bit. And, you know, Forcer. Why is the Forcer here for Capricorn? There you go. Sagittarius, Taurus. Sagittarius or Taurus, someone that keeps forcing their way in to find out what's going on in people's lives. So they might start getting very aggressive. In my eyes, Sagittarius would start the fight. Taurus would disagree against the person fighting. So that would keep the fight or flight alive. Okay, getting bothered because you're not listening to me complain. Getting bothered because you're not listening to my hysterical moments. Okay, Taurus would say, because I can't be asked to listen to that. That would just make me daft, keep staying around fighting with you. Okay, so I'm not going to listen to you, so I'm not bothered. Okay, well, why is that not bothering you? Because I want to talk about it. So they start getting more aggressive because a Taurian energy may not listen to what they're saying. This person could have Sag Taurus in their chart, like my mother. She's a Gemini, so she would be in this reading because of 6. She has Sag and Taurus in her chart, okay? That conflicts herself, okay? She'll be very, very diplomatic, very kind of like forceful in nature if you don't believe in what she's saying. If she comes up with something and says something that you don't believe in, she will force you to believe in that, and she will get very tempered until you believe what she does. If you try to tell her, it's up to you who this relates to, but if you try to tell her something, she won't listen. She will not change her way because she is also has Taurus in her rising energy, okay? So that also puts her conflicted against the Sagittarian energy that makes her forcefully do things with aggression instead of being relaxed. So it makes people unbothered about what is being said here by a person, because I don't want to respond to aggression. So they get more aggressive. It makes it a toxic family situation here, or a toxic relationship that you're in also. Okay. But, you know, you could be watching this from a Sagittarian, a Gemini kind of connection, and you're watching it as a Gemini. Anywhere at all, you're watching it as a Gemini, right? It would be the same reading that comes up, okay? Let's see, about your family. Unbothered. Unbothered. Why is unbothered here for Capricorn? Because of a Sagittarius. Sag, Aries, or Leo. If it's a Sag, it would be 5 Taurus. There you go. There it is. Okay. Unbothered, unfazed. Okay. It's a Jackal and Hyde energy. It's 1 minute I'm okay, very relaxed, very calm, very unfazed, very unbothered. Then I'm bothered. Then I'm not bothered. Then I am bothered. Then I am bothered. Then I'm not bothered. Okay. So, like I said, it's someone's aggression is like a roller coaster. You can't quite figure out when they're going to be forceful, when they're going to be aggressive, and when they're actually going to be calm. You might know this person really well. You know when they're calm, you know when they're calm, or Carmel, Mel, Melissa, Maria, Michael Jackson, Julian, Justin, Jackie, Jasmine. They're very calm, then all of a sudden they're fucking flipping the script and they're not calm. And they force their way in. Then they're Jackal, then they're Hyde. Jackie, that's my mother, by the way. So anyway, let's see. Stalking and watching and obsessed. Why does Capricorn have this energy for? 7 of Swords, Life Path 7 or Cancerian. Somebody keeps trying to figure out where someone's going. That's what they're saying. When you're not here, where do you go? Even if this person doesn't ask, it's an energy around you of someone that's very unnerving. When you walk out the door, if you don't say goodbye, they fucking flip and wonder why you're not speaking to say where you're going. This is kind of like, I get this all the time living here. I do. Like, it's so unnervy when you go out the door. You could just even go to the car because you want to get something out the car, and the first thing you would hear is, where are you going? Just to the fucking car. To the car. Why is that important? Well, I just want to know. I'm going to the car, bruv. I'm literally going to be 3 seconds, go into the car to pick up what I want and come back. Someone here has that many problems around self-sabotage, fear of abandonment, and also rejection, that they get that paranoid that a person isn't going to be around them, that they get paranoid and use aggression to push the person out and push them away, and then gets really pissed off not knowing why they forced the person to not pay attention to them. It's confusion. It's control here. Like I said, this person, my mother, for instance, has that many. She has all of it. Gaslighting, narcissism, fear of rejection, abandonment, and also self-sabotage as a complete case of forcing their way in and out of situations to force themselves, push people out. And then when you're in, you think that everything's calm. They destroy it and they flip and then they push and then they pull. It's like being sick here. This person could actually make you sick that you actually avoid them that much, okay? Because of the amount of, I'm just trying to act as, see, this mother here can, oh man, it's such my story, acts as if they're actually not bothered, but they are bothered, right? Now, this can be you and them. You act as if you're not bothered, but you act as if you're standing on eggshells around the person's mood swings, and that you daren't say anything because you know that when they're acting unbothered, that they really are bothered. They really are bothered. Okay, so they're not this person, if you're around them or not, or around a Piscean like myself, it's not as if like you're not bothered about them. It's just that they do this until you're bothered, until you're showing signs of like, oh, I really don't give a fuck. I know you that well that everywhere do I go, even if you say anything, when I walk out the house, it feels like such a relief that I'm not around this toxic energy. Okay, you can get that the energy feels that stale and like, oh my God, I just don't even like being around this person because the energy is so awful. Okay, so the energy is silent, like it's silent, like there's no word, there's no talking, it's just quiet and silent, because I know that if I make a move or I squeak a door or the door goes, the person's going to know that I'm not here and more than likely going to want to know where I'm going every minute of the day. Okay, so even if not, it's that feeling that when you walk out the door, the person's going to, and you'll get up and you'll go in the kitchen, and when you do, they're in the kitchen questioning you. Oh, so where have you been? Out. What? You need to do the dishes. Yeah, I've done them. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. So let me just, I need to ask you, have you been speaking to her or him? Have you been doing this? Have you, like, fuck, it's really annoying me now. So what has this parent or this person taught this person to do? to sneak around in their environment of their house or their home, to not make any noise, to not be... This is a very strict upbringing that this person implants fear into people's minds and into their life to make them feel as if they need to sneak around. Okay, I think that person also gets more and more paranoid the more they make this person sneak around, because they're probably not even doing anything wrong. This person probably isn't cheating or lying or stealing or manipulating. It's just fabricated by this person that makes them feel that they can't do what they want to do themselves as an individual, that they have to creep around their house or their home because they know that their parent or sibling or partner is going to question them about every move that they make or everywhere that they go. And this is also like in a house full of people that are like this. When you go into the kitchen, they come into the kitchen asking you questions that you don't want to answer, and they'll be there asking them. The ones that they know that you don't want to ask, okay? Well, answer, okay? This is like a question and a response and an answer, and when the question is not of an answer and an avoidance, they get more annoyed, okay? More annoyed, more paranoid. They could even be thinking that you're doing something that you're actually not. You would actually possibly start to lie to this person because to keep them calm. Like, say if you wanted to go out and you went to see an ex or something like that, I don't know, and you don't want to let them know that you bumped into this person somewhere because you know that it would fucking really start off this argument where, like, say if this is in-laws and outlaws, right? Say you've split up with a person and you've got back with them, and you know that they're friends and that they're friends and that their mother is going to find out the fact that these two are in a relationship, and the mother-in-law or the father-in-law or the friend's Laura, but the friends fucking hate the ex because they've heard so much shit about the person that everyone starts to have an opinion that we don't think that you should be getting back together, and I can't stand that you two are together because he has treated you or she has treated you like shit in the past, and because of this, blah blah blah, so on and so forth. So we've all got an opinion about your life other than actually living it yourselves here. And this is where couples have broke up, split up, and then their parents or their father or mother-in-law has found out that much shit about this person that they say, oh, don't worry, they'll be back in a fucking week or so, and don't worry, you'll be broke up and you'll be split up in a week or so. I know for a fact that he or she is going to treat you like shit, and that you shouldn't really be with her or him, and that I've got an opinion over your life, and I think that you shouldn't be doing this, and I definitely shouldn't think that you should be going back into this karmic situation, and we all need to gang up on you to make you feel as if the karmic experience that you're going through shouldn't really be the one that you're experiencing it. It's more down to where I'm taking all of that on board, thinking I can save you because I'm the savior of the universe. No, you ain't. No one's the savior. It's a Marvel comic. Okay, it's a video. Let's see. No one's the savior of the universe. Okay, not even Adam and Eve or Steve. So let's see. Wolf in sheep's clothing. Wolf in sheep's clothing. What is that here? So the Knight of Cups. The best way to do it is stay out of everyone's relationships unless you're a tarot card reader. If you're a tarot card reader and you're doing it publicly, that's down to other people. Okay? I wouldn't give other people tarot card readings of friends and people like that. I wouldn't do it. Okay? Because that's you getting involved in their life. And that depends on how you deliver the message of how people like it or not. Okay? So, you've got this energy here of stalking, of this mother trying to find out where this child is going, because they're always keeping their eye on them, constantly keeping an eye on where this person goes, where they come back, when they don't, when they're speaking, who they're speaking to, who they're not speaking to. They might have fear or paranoia that this person speaks to an ex or another person, so they have to keep an eye on where they're going, what they're doing, what they're saying. My God, there's a fucking hell of a lot of detective work doing. This mother or this partner must be absolutely fucking exhausted by trying to keep their eyes on everybody else other than themselves here. They focus on other people more than they do themselves. That might be because they have so much trauma of well, could be narcissism, but like I said, it could be rejection, abandonment, like forceful energy, a forceful nature, aggression, self-aggression, other people's aggression, well, past life aggression, but like, being rejected, abandoned, objecting against anybody else. They could have that many problems themselves that they actually think that it's other people, and they refuse to go and have that seen to themselves here. Okay. Of why is it that other people bother you so much? What is it that you're afraid to look at within yourself that causes this, that you have an objection against everybody else but yourself? Why can't you go and get help yourself instead of helping yourself to everything I'm doing? You know, why do all of that? Why not just get your own? There is something else here coming up about tarot readings, because it's just flickered. Why can't you get your own? Why can't you just do it yourself other than needing to get mine here? Get your own. Why am I hearing that? Get your own. It's not yours, it's mine. Get your own. Do it yourself, don't ask me. Yeah, there's something here about do it yourself, don't ask me. Do it yourself here. Don't ask me for help, do it yourself. There might be someone that's refusing to help a person here because they refuse to help themselves. That's a hard lesson, that one. That's kind of like, well, if you're going to refuse to help yourself, don't fucking ask me for help in any way, because I'm not going to fucking help you here. So help yourself. I can't help you until you learn to help yourself. I can't do anything for you because you've never learned to do anything yourself. So you learn to do it yourself here. That could also be an opinion of both of you here. You've never really helped me and I've never really helped you at all. And we're not actually helping each other. We're actually making it worse. So I'm not going to help you do anything around the house or the home. And don't even ask me to do it for you. You just do it yourself here. Because it might be a way of someone tricking someone into conversation, that I fool you and trick you into a conversation by asking you to do things for me. Okay, and then I end up doing that for you, and then I end up regretting the fact that I did it for you. Like, you asked me to do something, I did it, and now you're telling me that that isn't good enough. And because that isn't good enough, I'm soon coming to the fact of like, fuck it, if it isn't good enough for you, then don't bother asking. Because every time you do ask, you end up coming back me with a load of fucking shit, having a go at me, and I did it for you. You asked me and I did it. And now you're bringing it back saying it isn't good enough. Here. That isn't what I wanted. I wanted more. I wanted something better. Here. So I don't know. You make up your own minds, Cappies, but that's what I've got for you. Okay, guys, so I've only used these 3 times. This is the 3rd reading I've done these. So if you would like your actual weekly reading, that really does help me out as a tarot reader, I hope that you consider joining Patreon. Patreon is where your weekly reading is and where you can find it. The link is below, but it'll either be the silver tier or the gold tier. The gold tier has loads of teaching videos on it, as well as also the monthlies and the weeklies. But at the moment, where you will find your weekly reading is over on the silver or the gold tier provided below. Patreon is really about picking out a tarot reader that you really like and helping support them. So if you do that, that also helps me do all of these kind of things. But anything, any like, share, comment, subscription would really help, Capricorn. And if you are interested in your weekly readings, you obviously get access to everything all of the time, all of the past readings and the future ones. And that can be found below. Okay, all right, guys, thanks very much, and I'll see you next time.